A woman who has just started her period just wants to change a tampon. She didn't realize that her hair, however, after smelling blood, slowly burrowed into the crotch of her pants. In the blink of an eye, it then sucked her great and clean, before Emma could react, only to see that the originally dirty long hair, after sucking the blood, it instantly became smooth and shiny. Emma, who witnessed this, was completely shocked. She hurriedly looked for clues in the books. However, the more she searched, the more alarmed she became. It was written in the book that some unscrupulous businessmen had stolen the hair of the corpse. They stole the hair from the bodies, and then cleaned it up and sold it to barbershops, and sell it to barbershops at a low price. These hairs look normal on the surface, but once implanted in the scalp of the customer, they can cause unimaginably strange things. Apparently Emma was implanted with this horrible hair, but at the moment Emma couldn't care less about her fear. It was the company's annual party. The party was in progress. The most handsome man in the company, seeing Emma's hair, he was immediately enamored and came forward to talk to Emma. He can't wait to go to the hotel with Emma to find out what's going on. He was so excited about the invitation. Emma was eager to get her hands on him. After the party, they fell in love at first sight and ran to the hotel. However, a terrible nightmare is approaching. While they were sparring, Emma's hair began to move again. The next second it wrapped around the god's hands, and quickly sucked him into a dry corpse. Seeing the god's tragic state, Emma was terrified. She hurriedly got dressed and fled the hotel, hoofed it into a barber store. She hoped that the owner of the shop would remove the wig from her head. Emma believed that the root cause of all the strange events is from this hair of unknown origin. If she removes it, maybe everything will go back to normal. However, just as the boss lifted the scissors, something strange happened again. The magic hair once again showed its autonomous consciousness. It quickly sucked the boss into a dry corpse. The customer tried to escape, but he tripped over the hair and fell to the ground. The next moment he too became the hair's food. Another shopkeeper was not spared either. In just a few seconds, the three people who were just alive and kicking were sucked into 3 dry corpses by the magic hair. The terrified Emma no longer dared to stay here. She didn't dare to go to a crowded place. She had no choice but to go back to the company to hide. She planned to make do here for the night. However, as soon as she walked into the office, she found an even more terrifying scene. Fear gripped her heart again.